All right, Wagwan guys. This is Fruit Trees in the Hood. I'm your host, Kielo.
I'm Lima, man. Let's turn our focus to the man of the hour, Dougie.
Holy,
my main man,
Mr. Doug Ford himself.
Like I said earlier, I'm a paramedic student, right? So I would consider that like an important profession, or at least like an essential role. They call it. That's what they call it during COVID to make us or make them feel good about themselves being, pimped out.
It's a staple, man.
Yeah,
literally
essential workers. So that's an essential profession, right? Doug Ford, the guy that dropped out of college, mind you, citing basket weaving and students being irresponsible with their money, purchasing this, that, and the other. Let's not even go into how he tried to make a young black man who is in college succeeding in life the face of basically defrauding the government. Let's not even talk about the racial politics of that. Let's go into the fact of how OSAP as a whole has already been deteriorating. Like myself, literally. Even before these cuts,
yep,
I have 0 grants. I'm a paramedic student, and I go to school 3 hours from my hometown. I have 0 grants on my OSAP. All loans. And on top of that, it's not even like it's enough to cover tuition, residence, and then I'll have some fallback in my account. They'll ET me something. No, I've never got a single e-transfer from OSAP. Matter of fact, I've had to pay fallback on my residence fees, on my tuition, on like extracurricular stuff out of pocket. Like I literally started working on residence as an RA just for that. So for someone like Doug Ford who never graduated college,
never
ever to get on television or whatever you want to call it and tell everybody that like, yo, all these college youths, you're being irresponsible with your funds. Yo,
holy yeah.
I think during this last snow season, these were the worst road and sidewalk conditions that like GTA Ontario wide has ever seen.
Yeah.
Let's talk about being irresponsible with funds now, Mr. Ford. What happened to those tax dollars, doggy?
Yeah.
What happened to those?
Holy, it's like, fam, you work your tail off and you can't even reap your own benefits from what you're getting, fam. It's like, yeah, you pay your taxes around March or tax season and then they still take your stuff off your checks, but at what point, like, what are we doing, bro? Why can't I just reap my benefits from my OSAP? Why can't I reap it? It's like, yeah, it's not just my money, but what's wrong with that? If I want to smell like $1 million, what's wrong with that? Like, what? Yeah, we love you, OSAP money. Like, I'm not gonna lie,
OSAP
really
money.
And it's like, fam, you make one person the poster boy when everybody, like, fam, we have engineers, we have paramedics, we have people in serious roles that demand the funding, and they come from these low income families or even like low middle class, and they need it, fam. Even in a household like mine, I pay out of pocket, thank God, because if I was affected by this, like, I don't even know where I'd be. But it's like when you get stuff like that, yo, it's just insane to me. It's insane. It's just no thought. You make basket weaving the poster boy and the main point of your argument, and it's just it's dumb. It's dumb, quite frankly, because it's just like, if I want to be a basket weaver, what's wrong with that? If I want to do something with my future, like, my bad, I guess you just run it. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the end of the day, it just seems like very inconsiderate to make that your breaking point in terms of finding a reason to lower OSAP and just change it. Not lower OSAP, but you know what I mean.
I kind of want to add on to that a little bit even. The man said, like, a part of the reason that these cuts and these grants and, like, all of these wish-wash with OSAP is going on is because, like, people aren't going into, important programs and stuff. Yeah, please do.
Fine.
And we were just saying this, like, there is definitely, like, people that get OSAP. But me, myself, like I was saying, I'm a paramedic student. That's an essential profession.
Yeah.
I don't get any grants on my OSAP. $0 in grants. Everything is loans, and those same loans do not cover my tuition and residence because I live 3 hours away from where I go to school. They don't. I have to pay out of pocket for one or the other, and it's always residence. It's like this semester, I had to pay back 3 bands for residence. out of pocket. Not payback. I'm saying payback like they gave it to me or something. No, I gotta. It's like they're basically my landlord, dog. I gotta pay to live there. Like if I don't pay, I'm get the fuck off. You know, like
Yeah. I feel
so.
that.
And my point was, like, you're right. There is some niggas that are abusing it, and then there's some people that really need it in important programs. And to Doug Ford, it's like it doesn't matter because he cut it for everybody. There was no like discernment. There was no like reworking the system where okay, if you're in this program you get more. If you're in that program you get less. No, he just said fuck all you guys.
Yeah.
You're all getting nothing.
You guys are all catching the
but
boot,
like
literally.
it was still your fault. You know what I mean, it was still you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So what can I like? Where do we even go from here? Because like I'm even thinking about next semester. Because like the way my WhatsApp works, I'm getting like the most funding I'm gonna get for this year was this first semester. So next semester, I'm like looking at possibly 4 or 5K I gotta pay back out of pocket. And that's like, I'm thinking, do I really want to continue in this profession? Do I really want to like, and it's obviously it's not because it's like, I love, you know, my course. I love my program. I love going to school and like being a paramedic student. I love learning about this shit. But it's like, if I for some reason end up in a situation financially where I can't afford to go to school anymore, it's like, and here's to another thing, bro. Like, they're talking about like rising violence rates in the youth and stuff like that. Doug Ford I wouldn't say single-handedly, but Doug Ford's party in their time as Premier of Ontario has cut so many, not just school programs, but like extracurriculars, fundings for like
get me started.
Youth programs and stuff like that. When the youth have no opportunities that are given to them, what are they going to do other than search for them on their own? Yeah. They have no guidance, you know? And I think, like, I kind of want to pivot here a little bit into, like,
do your thing, man.
Talking about the drug pipelines that, like, a lot of the youth these days face, especially, like, use of color. Yeah, man. Like, if you want to talk a little bit about your experience with people you may know.
Let me paint you a picture, man. Holy. Imagine it's like me, you, Habib, and a man like Adri's running the play. I'm about 14 years. Actually spent 6 months. Let's whip out the cap. 3.5 bands. So out of that 3.5 bands, let's see, we give Boss Man, and I'm talking about OG, like above Adri too. You have to give Adri, a matter of fact, a couple from this. We might not even see the 3 bands. And then Adri still has to go pay Top Dogs. So it's like, if you're only walking away with maybe about 3 bands, or maybe even lower too, and then you still have to pay for the gas, you still have to pay for your eating expenses, you still have to pay to just live because you're there for 6 months with the mandem, and it's like, you're quite literally living in roaches, trenches, there's bed bugs on the couch, there's disgusting shit in the bathroom, like, bro, holy. So it's like, a lot of things go into that money. Then when you get back to the ends, okay, well, holy, you gotta pay, you gotta look out for your moms. That's probably one of the main reasons why like our youth actually get into that. It could be moms, it could be just maybe for them lack of jobs out there too, lack of opportunities, because a lot of people, like, when they look at mans like me and you, or even other mans in the hood, it's like they just turn a blind eye, bro. Turn a complete blind eye, and they look right past us. And it's like, if you want us to get started in work, if you want people to come with work experience, why can we not get it as youth? You know what I'm trying to say? So back to my main point with the stuff, if only like we can actually get more opportunities, you know, for our youth to get jobs, because it's like, for the same 6 months you took to get maybe about 4 bands max, it's like, damn, like, in that same 6 months, you probably could have doubled it, bro. Getting paid weekly, bro. I get paid about 20 an hour, fam.
Said, how much band did you make in 6 months?
Holy, how much bands in 6 months?
What, in this scenario, what are we talking about?
Oh, for me?
In this scenario, we just gave our trapper man. How much did he make in 6 months?
He only made about 4 bands, man. So that's giving luxury.
4 bands in 6 months. Now, let's say Mr. Trapper Man, he decided to apply to Burger King and work there for the same 6 months at the current minimum wage, which last time I checked, I think it was $17.50. It might be more, it might be less, but around there. I'm more confident that Mr. Trapper Man would be able to support his moms
Yeah.
Support his little sis, his little bro. Put some fucking dog kibble in the doggy's bowl. Feel me? He
Yeah.
could do all of those things working at Burger King. And you know what can't happen to you at Burger King? You can't get arrested for flipping fries and burgers.
Legal money.
Legal
No
money.
dirty money.
I know. It's like these niggas just heard the boogeyman just loom around them. But like,
Yeah.
when we're really looking at like the state of the current economy, I guess like it's to the point where it's affecting even the trap lords, guys. You gotta study economics too. Unfortunately, you want to make money, you gotta know a little bit about it. Like the economy currently is so dookie. Niggas can't even afford real drugs, bro.
Yeah. Holy.
Like it's like when the consumer power is so low, we can't even spend it on illegal shit, bro. Yo, like, what are we supposed to do, bro? We can't, bro. And there's like this like absolute, I don't know what to call it. There's a word for it, but it's like they're completely unfazed. It's like they live in a completely different world in the media, bro. It's like nobody wants to talk about it, and when they do talk about it, it's like a 5-second excerpt. Like, let's look at the housing crisis, dog.
Holy.
They started talking. I remember them talking about the housing crisis when I was in middle school.
Middle school, fam. I heard that like around 5th grade, low key.
Dog, I'm a 2nd-year college student right now.
Over a decade.
Are we just? Is this just? Are we just living with that? We're just like, and then niggas are gonna like complain about how Doug Ford's fucking shit up. I mean, I'm niggas, but fuck it. You're gonna complain about how he's fucking shit up. Olivia Child, Trudeau, they're all doing nothing. We're letting them get reelected, guys. Yeah. We're letting them just hold office for 10 plus years and do nothing. Let's not do nothing as a stretch. Those niggas they're robbing us blind.
Yeah, they'll do their thing.
But like, I don't know. Where do we pivot from here? Let's move into
oh man, hold on. 50,000 apartments empty in the city. 50,000 vacant apartments in the city. And how many homeless people are on the streets outside right now? Whoo! Definitely more than 50,000. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, like, how do we make it more accessible? Like, I don't even know what to do from here. Cause it's like we're making all these new houses for these people coming in from other countries. And no shade. My people are immigrants, dude. So it's like, when we do that, we're clearly not making the housing accessible to the people that already reside here. We're just making new homes for other people coming in, and it's driving our people out. You know, there's nothing wrong with the multiculturalism. I love it. I love the culture of Toronto, but it's like, bro, what are we doing? And it's not even like regular type of housing that we're doing. It's expensive condos, expensive villages, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what they switch the name to, but like, how do we go from there? How do we actually make homes accessible to homeless people outside of just putting them in shelters? Genuinely.
Like, there's always been a solution. The solution is like not even, like they have subsidized housing. That's the thing. Like, maybe like even free housing. That's I know these niggas want to act like I just called the devil by his first and last name, but like free housing is a thing. It's a concept that exists. Especially for like homeless communities. And they act like we're giving niggas mansions off the streets. Like we're picking up the random crackhead that lives a couple blocks down from me. We're just handing him the keys to a 5 fucking bedroom apartment with 3 bathrooms. Like, bro.
Yeah.
At best, these niggas are getting like, they're just getting the means to survive. Like, and that's another thing. When we talk about like universal basic income as like a solution to a lot of the problems in Ontario and Canada and stuff, people want to act like all of a sudden, if you start getting your basic needs met, you'll just never do anything ever again in your life. Like, and I think a lot of it is just a poor attempt at like disguising what capitalism in, I guess, Ontario is becoming. And then it's like, when we look at a lot of the like the racial undertones, which is like originally what I feel like we're kind of geared to talk about here anyways tonight, is like when we were talking earlier about our black boys, brown boys, boys of color being dragged into pipelines of trapping, going fucking hours away to Thunder Bay, we kind of also have to like look at the community structure that leads to youth being in these circumstances. You know, because when I see youth I know there's like, you can speak to this for sure. There's niggas I grew up with. These guys were good youths, bro.
Absolutely.
Great. Like, I don't mean like, okay, when I say good youths, I'm not trying to diss you, dog. You might see this. You might see this. Like, yo, fam, why is Limo talking like this about me? He's like, no, fam. I mean, you were a good person with a good heart, dog. And you wanted to be Bodman too much. And now, like, you're on, let me not say too much. Because, like, niggas are going to take offense. But, like, you're generally a good person. And, like, these niggas had so much talent and so much life prospects ahead of them. And it's like, I won't even lie. Like, I saw a glimpse of, like, the kind of, like, culture they were pushing on us as youth back in that day. Like, I kind of saw a glimpse of it, too. It looked a bit attractive. I knew it was never for me because it's like, okay, that's a bit stupid. Like, fast money is not long money.
Absolutely.
Feel me? But, like, they became infatuated with the vision. And it's kind of like you sell, okay, before it was you could be a hooper and make it out the hood, fam. You could be one in a million. You could be one in a trillion, my nigga. You could be that.
Yeah.
But now it's you could be the trap star in the full Moncleese
top
fit
hood star
with the LV beanie and the Gucci side bag. You could be that nigga. Acting like they're not locking guys up for that on the daily by the boatloads, bro. Fam, even on the way to record this episode, fucking drove by a prison. Like, shit was big as hell. They got space for you, my nigga. It was huge. So don't worry.
Free to man them.
Exactly. We're saying like niggas could probably see the CN Tower from their fucking prison cell. Like, where we know where the youth went wrong.
Yeah.
We know where they were positioned and poised to go down that path. But it's like, what circumstances created like niggas pushing that on them? Where did the OGs stop being OGs, and where did the youth start being like? I don't know if you noticed this, but like I don't like using the term YNs because I genuinely feel like that's a ridiculous and abhorrent like sort of slur to use on black boys of our age. But among these groups that you would call that, there's a newfound lack of respect for any and everything that exists. Like, they just don't give a fuck.
I can argue that, to be honest.
No, please do. Please.
Oh, yeah.
Enlighten me.
Because, like, definitely, I wouldn't say it's a lack of, like, respect to anything. I feel like it's just a lack of, like, actual ambassadors like in our community, or at least ambassadors that I get to see, because it's like back in the day when we grew up, we had mans like Perry, we had mans like Zuzu, we had mans like Chris too.
Shout out Zuzu.
Exactly. We had mans like that,
man,
to keep us down and you know, grounded and actually have some ambition. You know what I'm trying to say? Our guys at Westview, they're smart, fam. They're smart. They have so much talent, fam. I don't want to label any names, but like, fam, we got some great hoopers just caught up in the wrong stuff. It's not the fact that, you know, they don't care, fam. They have dreams and aspirations just like us, but it's like it's circumstances. Sometimes they make wrong decisions, sometimes they regret it, sometimes they don't. But
I will say this also, growing up in Jane and Finch, you dream different. I don't know if like niggas don't understand when I say this. When you grow up in a community like Jane and Finch, Rexdale, Ardwick, shit like that, you dream different than somebody who grows up in a quote unquote regular neighborhood. Like your scope of opportunities for a career, for a future, for a life for yourself that you see, some niggas don't even see old age. Hell, niggas don't even see middle age.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like, when I say it's like sometimes it's not even a dream, more of like a forced exception of a reality you can see for yourself already. They don't like, they really dream different in the hood. But back to what you were saying, like,
yeah, pretty much like, I wouldn't say it's a lack of care. It's just, we just need more representatives in the community. We need more OGs to really step up and be what they used to be. So it's like, bro, um, with this, I hope they get the exposure that they get, man, because it's like they're full of talent. They're great, amazing kids. Just they need better guidance. That's all it is, fam. Even with our guys, fam, they were great guys. They were great hoopers, fam. I don't want to name drop anybody, but like fam, I think all mans were star-studded hoopers at one point, fam. So, they get caught up in other things, and it's like, damn, all of that talent is just gone, because of misguidance. Yeah, they want the money. Yeah, they want the fast money, but it's like, is it worth that time? Is it worth your future? Is your life worth 6 racks?
We know it. Is your life worth 6 racks?
Is your life worth 6 racks?
We know it, nigga, bro. This guy was dunking in middle school. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This guy was dunking. I can say this with confidence. I don't think that guy's touched a basketball in the last 2 years, like recreationally, just to chill.
Probably. I mean, I feel like all of them still hoop every now and then.
But like when I say this, I mean like these niggas, they were moving ridiculous at a young age.
Oh yeah, definitely. These guys were
moving.
There
was athletic capability.
Yeah.
And that athletic capability was just used to fucking move packs and I guess run niggas down. That's what we want to say. But like, I'm not even like saying this to put blame on certain people because like at the end of the day, we got to understand that when we're growing up and especially at this age, these niggas are really products of their own environment.
Oh yeah.
And
product of my hood, product of my block.
Yes.
Cool.
But they're a product of their own environment.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like to say I would never like, obviously in the moment you'll get cheese. You'll feel things. But like in the long run, when you really look at it, you can't blame these guys for what they are. You got to blame Doug Ford. Yes. I'm saying his name like it's fucking Dinkelberg. Blame Doug Ford and his government and niggas like that.
That's a good one.
For getting rid of opportunities, for getting rid of housing, for getting rid of, like jobs, employment, for getting rid of their dreams, my nigga. Like that's what we really got to talk about. We got to blame those type of guys. Like those are the guys that set systems where like we lose funding to our schools.
Yeah.
Our schools are cutting programs. Apparently, Humber is not even legally allowed to be called a college anymore because there's a certain like amount of classes or types of classes you need, and they don't have that.
Same thing with George Brown. It's a polytechnic. That's what we're switching
and then you're gonna come in talking about basket weaving and Cologne and Ost. My nigga, bro. Let's be for real. You like it was always gonna be like some pin. They were always gonna try something to kind of get the blame off of them. But like the fact that it's just some poor black guy. Black student. Let me not say black guy. Like that guy's not a beast. That's a young man. With his whole life ahead of him that they're trying to ruin. Like, and then don't let's not pretend like Doug Ford and those guys over there. They don't know what they're doing by putting that guy in the forefront of it. They need a scapegoat, and they chose some random young kid who was already on OSAP.
Yep.
Who was already
and popularity on the net.
Like.
And redirect all the anger towards him, bro. It's actually insane, fam. You have to realize your enemy, fam. Half the time, you're beefing with yourself. You're beefing with the people around you. It's just, unfortunately, I can't even say the word, man. Yeah, we're just going to keep it right there. But you know what I'm trying to say? Redirect your anger. Redirect all the systemic things, man. It's just a cycle. It's literally, they're going to put you in the position to trap. All right, you guys live in metro housing, and it's like, now we have no choice but to help our moms. We have no choice but to, do these things. And it's like, yeah, the people around us might exploit us too. They're going to come down and be like, yo, fam, you're trying to get some bread. You're trying to do this. Or sometimes, the youth might approach and be like, yo, I'm trying to, do this. I'm trying to be like you. Or like, they'll look at, music videos like, Dougie and the Man. Shout out to them. Love the music. But it's like, what are we promoting at the same time, So it's like, they're going to look up to you as an inspiration because you guys are top guys in the hood. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, what are we really doing? What I can really say from that is just, holy, they put you into position to keep doing this. And then you have two separate hoods that are doing the same thing, and now it's a challenge. That's why there's the beef and the drugs, and now we're killing each other, and then it's like, boom. It's a perpetual state of just hate and like violence. How are we gonna move from that? Redirect your anger. At least that's what I do.
I think in terms of looking at solutions, looking at how we heal our community, how we heal our youth, young boys, young girls, young they thems. We are very gender inclusive over here. I think we got to teach them to dream again. We got to teach them to believe that they can live beyond their current means, that they can live beyond what they see around them every day. And I think that starts with introducing them to opportunities they've never seen before. Like, shout out Habib over here, the guy right here. He runs Finch and Focus. There, he's introducing the youth to photography, which is, I think, a wonderful avenue for youth to get interested in, especially youth in our neighborhood, because there's a lot of great athletes. Great athletes need flicks taken of them. They need their videos. Man. What do you mean? Let's connect. Let's network. Let's do something with that. And that's like another career choice or a career avenue for people who feel like art is their life, you know, capturing stuff is their life, who have a talent in that, but like they would never realize it otherwise had this program not come to their community.
Absolutely.
Had this thing not been tailored for them to try out at least, you know? And I think that's one of the important steps we got to start taking within our own communities.
Absolutely. Program is always an opportunity to express yourself. I can't stress that enough, fam. Oakdale had the steel pans. I'm hearing it's not there anymore. I don't know. Someone confirmed that for me. But it's like we had stuff like that. We had unique programs. And it's like when you remove things like that, how many times can we really express our artistic natures when we just don't have the tools around us? Like center, everybody knows there's a piano at Oakdale Community Center. Guess why there's a piano? Because of me. There was a whole bunch of different programs.
Shout out Broski, man.
Exactly. Shout out Janice. She I did a whole performance a couple years ago. I think it was like 2019, and from there she seen the talent. She said I love piano, and not only did we get that piano to the space, I got to teach some other kids as well, which was phenomenal. And it's like when you bridge opportunities like that just by being involved in the community, that's when you start to find your flow. That's what it really is. I never knew I fell in love with piano until all of that really came full circle to me. It was just something I had in the back pocket because, you know, my pops made me grow up on music. So, you know, and I think like, what were some other programs that we had in the community that was pretty cool?
In terms of like, I know one program that I was in elementary school even. Like, niggas know me around. I don't know if you know me. If you knew me around, you would know I like to cook. I like to make stuff. In elementary school at Fur Grove, we had this after school program. We would learn to like make stuff. Literally, we would just cook after the program.
That's nice.
It was like a nutrition. You know, you get fed. You learn how to make stuff. You learn a couple recipes. You learn about health and stuff. That was, I think, one of my earliest memories of me like feeding myself, literally. And programs like that combine like learning how to survive on your own, how to survive with your siblings and stuff like that. Those are critical to like low income at risk families because sometimes they don't always have someone to do those things for them or, you know, make them breakfast in the morning. If there is food in the fridge.
Oh man. You know? That's a whole nother problem, bro.
Again, breakfast club programs. And I think when we were talking about your music earlier, I think I remember someone telling me that the Hammer Band is no more.
The Hammer Band?
Oh, the Hammer Band. It was like this violin program that I did in elementary school, went on to middle school and stuff like that. It was just this guy. He would like bring us violins. And I remember the violins were cheap as hell. I remember paying like $25,
what?
$50 for my own violin.
For a violin, brother?
Yeah, for a violin. Nah, and this nigga taught me how to play violin, bro. I was legit in Jane Finch. And I think it was like maybe mid 2014, 15. It was definitely elementary school, just playing violin. It was like, and now to this day, I love instruments. You feel me? I have a guitar on campus, like my college dorm. You know, I know how to play so many different instruments, and music is an important part of my life because I explored that avenue so early on.
Absolutely.
You know, I know so many niggas watching this, they can recall playing recorder in fucking grade 2, 3, doing all that whack ass shit. Like ukulele even. Do you remember that?
Oh, I don't think I was there for that. I can't lie.
Man, I remember
I learned to play guitar though.
They used to come to my school with ukuleles and teach us how to do that, bro.
Oh, Fir Grove?
Yes. It was mad. There was a lot of programs going on that exposed like youth in our community to so many different parts of life that now I feel like are so closed off from them. Yeah. You know, and that's more than my thing about they don't know how to dream anymore. They don't dream regularly because they're waking. Because, you know, you dream from your waking memories. Their waking memories are so, like, constricted and closed off. And more times, like, I know niggas that say they don't even dream. They just close their eyes and see darkness.
Like, I can't even fathom like the idea of not dreaming. Like, how do you just close your like? What even happens? Like, you're there with your eyes closed for 8 hours and then you wake up. Like, I don't know. I can't fathom that.
I mean,
time skip probably. It's like a cutscene, fam.
And
yeah.
I remember. Okay, I wanted to say this before I forgot it earlier when we were talking about the trap. And when the youth go in the trap and live in these environments, let's talk about the niggas that come back, and let's talk about the PTSD you get from that, first of all. Because you're not going to the trap to hang out with your besties at a B&B and sell drugs. No, nigga. You're moving in with criminals, drug addicts, niggas that would do anything to you for either, you know, whatever money you got or whatever drugs you got. Yeah. Or maybe both. Feel me? So these niggas are really living in situations, maybe even not like OT, maybe even at home in gangs and violence and stuff like that. They're living in situations where you get real life PTSD from this. And it's like, not only does no one care, everybody actually like hates you very much for doing that. Literally. And for developing that and for just choosing to do it. And even though there might be circumstances that lead to you having to choose that life, it's like society has already deemed you as like unfavorable, bro. You gotta go, basically. So when you're viewed as that, but you have like sort of the same issues in PTSD and mental health as like some of these veterans, some of these people who are respected and revered, you kind of start to see like the double standards that they're placed on them. You know, niggas don't want to admit that they went to war behind their block, but they did, really. They shot a gun and they heard the sound, feel me? They got shot at. They blinked and they got blinked back at. If that ain't war, I don't know what is. If they want to call gang violence just to put a smaller label on it, then do that. But at the end of the day, it's the same type of violence you'll see, you know. And when we tackle the PTSD that arises in these young men, I think I'm kind of starting to understand where I was wrong really with saying they just don't care. When we start to really look at it through the lens of mental health and, you know, things like that, maybe they just don't have the capacity to. How many times have you felt like, yo, I have too many classes going on right now, fam? I got placement after this. I got work right after this class, bro. I'm not about to answer no messages.
Literally.
I'm not about to talk to nobody.
Every day with
me.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like your whole friend group for 2 weeks straight?
Yeah, bro. It's like when you get caught up in all of that, and then it's like the cherry on top of a big dessert mess. Like, it's like, how should I put this? I'm gonna be going to work. I need to have a morning. I'm gonna wake up at like 6 a.m. and then I'm gonna have my tea. I'm gonna go do my thing, and then I'm gonna go to work. And it's like so many different things happen at work. I love my job, but it's like it weighs on me, and then I have to uphold my own standards as a man and what I want to get done for myself. And, you know, it's like, okay, you got all of that on your back, and the moment you stumble, it's like it all comes crashing down. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, bro, imagine that, but I just got out of jail, and I seen some crazy shit, been through crazy shit. Fuck, like I'm cooked. Like, and you have to give them some grace, man. Like, not only are they already hated by society for just being a criminal or just being in jail, they have to deal with themselves. Being black.
Too. Let's not pretend too, that doesn't exist either. Just being black, being colored, that exists too. But yeah, like you were saying, continue.
Yeah, so it's like you have to tackle all of that, and it's like, at what point does it become like ethical to suffer this much? You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, I'm not even doing it to you know, say anything, but it's like, it's something we have to shed light on, because it's like you sit there and you're at home and it's like, fuck, I can't even work because, you know, I did this. Or shit, I can't even do this. I can't even show up to this because I'm on housey. It's like, damn, I don't even know. I can't even live a life like that. So again, circling back, is your life worth 6 racks? Is your life worth 6 racks? It's like, is all that limits on your life and all that freedom that you can get, is it worth 6 racks for that one time? I don't know. I personally, I couldn't do it, brother.
I kind of want to change gears here.
Oh, yeah,
this is a very important topic, but I kind of want to move to like global issues. Let's talk about
just politics. Like, I don't know.
But niggas are saying Israel owns the U.S. like just like a dog, bro. They just run them, or vice versa. Because apparently, like
definitely vice versa.
When we talk, I guess you could say Israel is like the U.S.'s proxy to the Middle East to just do fuck shit and whatever. But when we get into like really what the fuck is going on, we can't, because they've made it so wild, so outrageous, so magnanimous that it's like you have to be shocked while they're doing this, and they're still doing it. And there's where the desensitization comes in, where you're like, oh fuck, here we go again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as far as I can remember, I remember them talking about Palestine from, I don't want to say like, I think it was pre-COVID, around COVID time. It might have been just before or just after COVID. This was middle school.
Yeah.
This was middle school. I am, like I said, a second year college student. And it's like, it's just, no one talks about it anymore. And not even to mention, like, please, not even not to mention, to mention Sudan, Congo, Syria, those countries that are suffering in silence. Hey, bro, at least you got your iPhone 14, 15, 16, whatever number we're on right now. I don't know. Yeah. Fuck it.
Or 17 now, I think.
Shout out to iPhone 17, man. Shout out to iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Yeah.
Super Ultra, you know, looks maxing, whatever. I feel like like this is definitely, I think Donald Trump's is a new type of tactic where it's like just stun and go, just do some wild shit, then do some more evil wild shit, and then just see how long you can get away, because he's been getting away with it, I guess.
Well, yeah, for decades, pretty much. Like, damn, how long does it go back for? Okay, he reached like billionaire status. What was it, like the 70s or the 80s?
Allegedly.
And it's like, fam, take this in too. When you become a billionaire, you didn't get that money ethically. So it's like, you've been evil for that long. What type of schemes do you have at the back of your head? And it's like, you were friends with Jeffrey Epstein, brother. Oh man.
Not to make light of the situation, because you know they're eating babies and whatnot, but like, I think this is where we say pattern recognition. Who's I don't see over there eating babies. Then again, I'm not privy to the whole list. I don't know. There's definitely some coons that go around, you know, doing whatever. And I feel like, you think Candace Owens was on Epstein's? I don't know if she's old enough to be on Epstein's island.
Who's Candace Owens?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you don't know that for your own mental health.
Is that a neck?
No. I'm good. It's good for you. She's just a waste man, bro.
Okay.
But fucking have niggas like, they invited Steven. They invited the cripple over this guy.
Yeah, like, that's insane too. Like, what is he even doing there? Like what is he? He has zero business. Guy has a wife and kids at home.
Stephen Hawking on the midget porn before Elon Musk gets to touch the land, but
man, I don't even know what to say about that. Like, that's so insane.
I think that really just goes to show you that nigga is like, I keep emphasizing that he's such a loser, because he really is. Yeah, really is.
Fucking lame.
Elon Musk, man.
Debbie Downer, fam.
And that nigga named his kids like fucking Wi-Fi password or some shit.
Elon Musk?
Yeah,
fam. This guy, don't even get me started. This guy has names and acronyms and like secret codes. I don't even know. I don't even know what goes through this man's head to be naming insane names like that. I can't even lie.
When we get into like fucking AI, artificial intelligence and shit like that.
Fam, the Kobe videos, that's one thing that was on my mind for the hottest minute, because it's like, I don't know how people find that funny. Like, I'm sitting there and it's like, he's a man that passed, you know, rest his soul. And it's like, he's doing a lot of crazy stuff, cussing, doing flips, weird actions. And it's like, how do you sit there and like recreate that and then man sit there and find it funny? Like, I have a great sense of humor, I think. But it's like, you know, I don't know. I find it extremely uncomfortable. So
here's your issue. Here's your issue, Kielo. What's up? You're not trying to make money off of it. You think they care about how it feels?
Obviously not. Yeah,
they never give a fuck. But yeah, I think maybe the more important thing is like, when do we like lose the ability to discern AI from real, or AI derived from real?
Yo, honestly, for me, I can kind of tell what is AI and what's not when I'm on my phone, because it's like sometimes it'll just look too, or it doesn't look real life. It has no essence to it. Sometimes you can literally just look at a watermark. If that doesn't help, just look at the video. It's probably going to suck, and it's just there for like comedic relief, pretty much. But yeah, like AI, I mean, it's a cash grab. It's money. What's there not to just, rave about it as a businessman? You're going to invest into it. Mans are going to put stocks into it. Mans are going to fund it, bro. And it's slowly going to take over our lives, pretty much. Like, that's what I'm seeing in the future, man. For real.
Let's circle back into, and I know earlier we were talking about how there can be some racial undertones in how the Canadian government kind of responds and reacts to situations. Mm-hmm. Let's dive into the racial profiling that students face in not post-secondary, but in high school, middle school, and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about how, these kids are being streamlined into IEP, ESL programs at a disproportionate rate, bro. Like, but I think in my experience too, like growing up, there was like that whole debacle about applied and academic college streams and whatever, or school streams. Yeah. And that was like, they were basically just saying they took away the right for people or low income black kids to choose where their kind of direction was headed.
I see.
When we talk about earlier, we were going over how they're limiting opportunities and limiting resources. That started as early as then.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I remember that since like middle school. Yeah, like 6th grade, they already started cutting shit, bro. That was like as early as then. Like 8 years ago. Yeah, like 8-9 years ago, bro. Almost a decade now.
And you kind of gotta ask yourself, where's the breaking point? Where do we like get to the point where they can't cut anymore, or we're just like we've lost access to a lot of vital infrastructures in our society? I don't really know what I'm trying to get at here, but I'm saying, like, when are these niggas gonna stop, bro? Essentially, like, fuck. You can only steal so much. Yeah. You can only steal so much, right? I hope. Maybe. Question mark.
That's how they make their money. They make money off fuckery, fam. That's literally what it is. The Conservative Party, it's in the name. They're trying to conserve, in quotes, and they're taking our stuff. They're going to pull back from programs that they deem, like, useless. And then they're just going to put into their own shit. That's what they've been doing for years. They're going to put unnecessary roads and paintings I've seen on the net. They're going to put it into, like, other programs or, like...
Oh, my God. Unnecessary roads and paintings just reminded me of Line 6, bro.
Oh, my God. The LRT. Whatever I just was talking about. We're talking about that right now. We're talking about that immediately.
Fuck Line 6, bro. That shit was actually so horrid.
You want to share your experience first?
Dog, let's talk about how we were on our way here today. Man. Like, not even on our way here today. We were, like, handling some business.
Yeah.
We, unfortunately, by, like, the ill fate of God, we had to take Line 6 somewhere. And twice, not once. Once going there, the second time leaving there, the bus schedule was wrong.
Yeah.
First, we're going there and said, all right, 1 minute. So we're busting our ass to get to the stop. We get to the stop, 13 minutes. Hold on. So who lied? Because there was not a recent one. We're looking up. There's no recent, and it's just like that streetcar, train, whatever you want to call it, is never on time.
Oh, yeah. Hell no.
And they built it through one of the most, like, Finch as a whole, I think it goes through a lot of hoods.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to be...
I can count them, fam.
I don't want to jump to conclusions here. I don't want to be that token guy. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's a little bit suspicious. Just a little bit.
Ooh, you think it's a ploy?
I don't know if it's a ploy. I just feel like they're underserving these communities by creating... Because, like, they said Line 5 on Eglinton and all of them shit. They said that shit works like a dream. They were glazing that in the reviews. When you get to Line 6, that shit, it got a fucking shuttle bus within 2 weeks of it releasing.
Yeah.
That's the only line I ever heard that immediately flopped after releasing, bro. Not even like, it didn't even function like, oh, they didn't have a a honeymoon period where it was great for a week or two. No, it was immediately ass.
It was
bro.
shit off the jump. Quite frankly, it was shit off the jump. Like, I remember the first time taking it, it took about, I'd say, roughly 15 minutes for something that said 7 minutes. Why am I adding 8 additional minutes? I have no idea. But yeah, so let's talk about the distance, brother. How much was it? 10 kilometers, and it takes 50 minutes to get from point A to point B. We can run that. Yo.
Hey, man.
Don't even.
If y'all ain't know, I was actually a comp-ass cross-country runner.
Yeah,
top
man.
50 ranked. I think that was grade 6 or 7 in middle school. I was up there, bro. And I'm telling you from experience out there running, I could definitely run 10 kilometers.
In under 50 minutes.
LRT.
Hell yeah.
Faster than the LRT is scheduled to do that route.
Paint another picture. City finals. You're running maybe about with the same 10K, what, 30, 40 minutes?
Let's paint a picture, guys.
Yeah, do that.
You got, how old was I in grade 6 or 7? Like
probably
13,
like
14?
12?
12, 13.
13 would be like 7th grade.
Right.
Yeah,
So let's say 12, 13. 12, 13-year-old Lionel. Mind you, as I am right now, I'm a pretty scrawny guy. But 12 or 13 years old. Running city finals. I believe city finals is about 5, maybe 7 kilometers at that time.
Fam, the regular one's already 7 kilometers.
Yeah, so it might have been 10.
Yeah, so it's probably
a long
7 to
ass
10
run.
maybe.
I remember when we went to cities, we drove to some special, whatever.
Yeah.
I did that in maybe, I don't want to like glaze myself, but I think on top end, maybe 45 minutes at 12 years
So
old.
imagine that, a nonstop jog.
And that like, it was like, and this is not like an exaggeration. There's niggas that have ran alongside the LRT and beat it by like 10 plus minutes, bro.
On foot.
So like, when we talk about underserving communities, this is a prime example, bro.
Yeah, like, it just serves as a mild convenience. And when it's cold,
No,
it serves
not
as-
even a mild convenience, bro. I missed the 36. I missed the. I'm not gonna lie.
too, man.
I missed the
actually that,
36.
bro. Oh my
I missed
gosh.
the 36 bus so bad, and I wish
Yeah.
there had been some consultation with the communities that would affect. Like I don't remember them holding no town meetings.
Holy.
I don't remember them putting up no votes, no flyers saying, "Hey, we're gonna build this through your block. Do you care?"
It was a project. They just said, "Yeah, we're gonna do it."
I don't know, bro.
Like, that's all they said, fam. Do you think they didn't give a fuck about what you wanted, fam? As a matter of fact, low key, they're gonna ask the community. They're probably gonna go around, do some door to doors or like whatever, or just see something that looks not too blessed in the community, and then in place it. But fam, the LRT, specifically the Eglinton West one, that's 16 years overdue. Fam, I grew up on Egg West, and I seen that. I'm a grown ass man, and it got done the other day. Like, what?
Yo, he's 20 by the way.
Yo,
He's
like,
on.
this is
20 years old by the way.
fam. So it's like, bro, we waited all that time, and even when you look at Finch, the first time I found out about it was probably 7th grade. Yeah, so fam, we waited all that time, and you're 16 years overdue for something that was a problem 16 years ago. We're faced with whole different stuff. You're putting the LRT there for zero reason. We could have probably got more benefit from adding like 2 extra lanes, bro.
Yeah,
To be so
it
honest.
could have been, but I will say this: I think during high school, the LRT construction was more of a convenience than the benefit that it currently poses.
Why you say that?
Because during high school, we still had the 35 up Finch. There
Oh, yeah?
was still mod traffic. And mind you,
Yeah.
I applied to high school because I didn't go to the home school. I applied, got into high school, finished high school, started my first year of college before that LRT was open. So that was like roughly like 7, 8 years of my life that was just hindered for a very subpar, mediocre, shitty shuttle system, whatever it is at this point. So yeah, no, the benefit did not outweigh the cost by any means, especially as a resident of this area, as someone where the construction went through who had to commute daily. It was never going to be the benefit outweighing the cost. It just made my life harder. And it continues to make my life harder because I promise you, bro,
Yeah.
if I have to wait for 13 minutes in front of that LRT thing again, bro, I think I might kill Doug Ford sooner. No bad.
Right
Fuck
back to Dougie.
having to drop out of college because of OSAP. I'll just slime him because I had to wait for LRT. It was his fault anyways. It's all his fault.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's crazy. But I want to shed light on something again from today. Like, I think we were just chilling, and you said it was coming in 2 minutes. Mind you, I go to the thing, I see 12, and it's like, fam, I know this is not coming in 2 minutes. It might be a blessing, but it's like, yo, the library is down there. We can walk that same 2 minutes, and we still made it before the 2 minutes was projected. So, like, are you serving us propaganda, or like what were we supposed to look at?
Nigga said the transit app is a propaganda machine.
It might be a scheme, fam. It might be a scheme because it's like, yo, like, I don't know. It's just, it's insane. It's insane. All of these stuff in the city, and we just can't thrive.
I mean, let's move to a more serious topic.
I'll go on.
You mentioned propaganda earlier. I want to talk about how Canada and Canadian society is propagandized to kind of like infantilize people who complain about racism. They kind of treat it like, what are you talking about? It's not a big deal, bro. Just get over it. You're just like, they treat you like you're being a baby about it, when in fact it is a very real thing.
Yeah.
Harms and takes lives in Canada, in Ontario, in Toronto.
Yeah.
It does all of those things the same way it does elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just expected to like shove it under a rug of maple syrup and fucking beaver tails, bro.
Yeah. Like, racism isn't like, bro, I feel like people look at it at such a surface level. It's like microaggressions towards race that also builds towards racism. You can look at racial prejudice. You're going to look at someone with a hoodie on, fam, bundeski, a mask, or just like, actually, they could just be chilling barefaced, and you're still going to look at them crazy. A police car might be on the side and still look at you and be like, yo, who's this guy? We're going to go ask for this guy's, ID. We're gonna see if we could put his name in the system. That's all they do, fam. They're gonna sit there and just racially profile you for the sake of their job or like wanting to look good at their work. So I'm like, who that? No.
From the guy who used to tell at center?
Fuck, man. Oh yeah, hell yeah, fam. Holy, so.
OGs are telling us they got units that used to harass niggas, bro. we didn't even live through that.
Oh my gosh, I heard a
even
story
live through
about
that.
that the other day.
Yeah, he lived through that. We didn't even grow up to that, but like, it existed.
Yeah. I'm hearing up top they used to have Bobby just raid random homes to get the man out the hood, like just straight up arrest, do mass arrest and mass genocide. They did the same thing down at Regent 2 years ago. They've done this for actual decades, and it's like nobody talks about it enough. Like, it's insane. What do you think about that?
I think now this is a great opportunity for me to say a dream I've always had.
Wagwan.
I think if all of the hoods, I might sound like MLK of Jane and Finch, right? Bear with me. If not all of, but a good portion of the hoods in close proximity, they got together, they got their OGs, and they said, why don't we just fight back? Blick back.
What
are they gonna do? What are the cops? And I don't mean that in the sense like just senseless violence. I mean like Black Panther Party, organized violence, protecting their communities again, actually being some. What happened to, I guess, the flame of revolution in the Black community? What happened to wanting to change for the better? And now I say this as a dream, but like I feel like more of a goal. But I feel like if the hoods, if the blocks, if they could work together, they would be a bigger threat than
hell yeah,
a lot of these
fam. That's the main thing.
Who wants to make a scene?
Yeah, they want. Well, the way we win is unity. That's all it is. Hey, fam, community unity is the one thing that can make a actual change. Absolutely. Whether or not it's a revolution or an evolution, fam. It's all about being united, fam. And it's recognizing your enemy. I'm still going to circle back to that thing because it's like when you recognize and then you understand like, yo, why am I even beefing you? Yeah, it sucks that, you did this to my homie, you did this and that. But it's like, fuck, man, I just don't want to beef you anymore. I don't want to beef you, fam. So it just gets to a point. But yeah, man. How do you feel about that?
It's like, when we go into shit like that, I kind of got to get like the perspective. You got to like look at their circumstantial stuff. Like, yeah, you can never really like, you can get mad. You can never really hate another nigga for doing what you were going to do to him, given the same opportunity, you know? And I don't know, man. These pipelines, it's ridiculous. I know that today's episode has been like a bit hectic.
Oh, yeah.
All over the place, sporadic.
Definitely.
We didn't have our full cast here with us today. You guys don't know that obviously because it's the first episode, but we'll have a bigger crew next week. I think 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, whenever we film.
We want to say thank you to everybody who does end up tuning into this.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate everyone. Always plant seeds of power. That's the goal of Fruit Trees in the Hood, to enable. This is targeted for the youth, for the mandem, for people we grew up with, for their younger siblings, for people like that.
Absolutely.
We want to enable them to make a change in their lives in the community. Shit like that. We try to keep it relatable. We try to keep it fun. We try to keep it upbeat. Today was a little bit nerve-wracking. I will admit that, I will come on camera and say I was a bit nervous to go into this. It was the first one, but
definitely
I think it went well.
Yeah.
Anything to say?
I'm satisfied. Absolutely. I just want to give a shout out again to Chris Blackwood. Shout out to Game Changers. Shout out to all the mandem featured in this. This is for you guys, fam. It's our time to give back, fam. This is an opportunity. I think one of the goals that I wanted to do was having a barbecue for each day of like a warm month, so like I'd say maybe May, June, July, August, even September maybe, just to redefine what community is. Because fam, in the hood, we have the Unity barbecue, we have OK tournament. It's like every time we get together, it's for mourning death or like just something else. So it's like
tragic, bro.
Exactly. At what point are we gonna shift it around into family, fam? Community's family.
Man. If you live in the trenches, if you live in a hood, if you live in a block and you don't know your neighbors like the back of your hand,
exactly.
Bring back community, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're trying to do. Bring back Black community, and that's how you bring back Black joy, Black healing, revolution. All of that starts with community. Right? Closing statements, sir.
Closing statements. I want you guys to go out there and just enjoy your scenery, fam. Get tapped in with your community, and that's Fruit Trees, fam. Yes, out, fam.